What is Web 2.0 and what are its influences on education? Our journey to answer these questions begins with college students and professors from the University of Houston. Traditionally, we think of education as professors lecturing on a chalkboard and books in a library as learning resources. Let's ask a professor and student what they know about Web 2.0. So, Dr. Gao and Maribel, you're one of our students here. Can you tell me what Web 2.0 is?
I can't remember what it is.
Okay. Can you tell me then what internet technology tools that you use to aid you in learning?
Blackboard, WebCT, Facebook, YouTube.
And Dr. Gao, how do you see the internet helping aid the learning of your students?
I think Blackboard is very useful. Every lecture notes and the homework can be uploaded to Blackboard, and it's convenient. It's easy to use both for the students and for the faculty members. Yeah, it saves a lot of time, right?
Yes. About the Facebook, I wasn't kidding. We had, for my supply chain management class, somebody made up a group and we were helping each other out, tutoring sort of. It's helpful. Facebook is very helpful. It's not just for social networking.
Our next stop will be to Housemate Elementary to see how our youngest learners engage with Web 2.0. Upon entering the library, we see racks of laptop computers. While there are books in the library, the majority of students all have laptops, iPads, and desktop computers for learning. Gaming is also a popular tool with the students, and it promotes interactive learning. We're here today to watch and talk to some of our youngest minds to see what Web 2.0 means for them. Let's listen in.
What the sword of creation? What? Did you see the axe of creation? What's the sword? Did you accept it? What's the sword? Yeah, about the axe of creation. You have it? Yeah. What's the sword of creation? The sword of creation?
Okay, so some of the things that you do on the computers, like Animoto. Mm-hmm. What do you learn from that?
Well,
pretty much anything. Because you can do an Animoto on any subject.
You can do an Animoto on any subject?
As long as you have a picture of it. I mean, on an Animoto you can choose your music, choose the style, and choose your own pictures.
Oh, and can't be anything inappropriate.
And at school.
Has to be school related. And maybe sometimes you could show your family Animoto, but maybe not if your teacher doesn't let you.
Do you like it better than sitting down and reading a book?
Yes, ma'am.
A lot better?
Yes, ma'am.
From Houseman.
Okay, wave hi to the camera now.
Hi. We're from Library Lunch Club. We eat chicken and macaroni.
So what are you ladies doing today?
We're playing games.
Are you learning anything on the computer?
Yeah.
What do you learn?
How to drive. I'm learning how to drive.
You're learning how to drive?
Yeah. Yeah. See? Look. I'm jamming.
Wow. So, how old are y'all?
I'm 10 years old. Same here.
Okay. So,
I'm 10, not 11.
how long have you been using a computer?
Pretty much since I was 2. I'm just joking. First I went over to my grandmother's house to play because we didn't have internet at my house. Then I got a laptop, so we got internet. And so lately I've been spending every second I can on the computer.
Now that we have a perspective from our students, let's look at the programs that Spring Branch Independent School District is using. This particular program is called STEMscope and was developed by Rice University. It's an interactive, web-based program for science and math education. It includes internal messaging between students, quizzes and results, so that students can see their scores quickly. So why is Web 2.0 emerging? Now that we've seen the reason why this movement is taking off so quickly, let's hear from a pioneer and an early adopter of Web 2.0 at Housemate Elementary.
I think I first got introduced to Web 2.0, oh my gosh, 5, 6, 7 years ago through our library director, who started a project called the 23 Things, where librarians were challenged to learn 23 new Web 2.0 tools. I like Web 2.0 better than traditional PowerPoint because kids with PowerPoint tend to get really obsessed over all the bells and whistles, and they're more interested in how many sirens and bells and raindrops and transitions they can make rather than the content. A Web 2.0 puts a little more emphasis on the content, but still gives it the snazzy, jazzy, whiz-bang effect that today's kids need. I think with today's children who are basically born with their fingers on the keyboard, I think they're more enthusiastic about learning. I know myself, I would much rather create an Animoto on a project than have to write a paragraph. For a lot of children, the Web 2.0 takes care of the actual semantics, the spelling, the struggle to form a letter, and lets them actually deal with content and get creative. They're not spending all their time worrying about how to make an A because they know how to type it. They will learn a little bit faster. They will be more willing to work on a project if it results in a Web 2.0 final project. And also, it cuts down on the plagiarism. If you're doing a Booker or doing an Animoto or doing a Glogster, you cannot go to Wikipedia and cut and paste. It doesn't work that way. When it comes to using Web 2.0 in the classroom, the students are more enthusiastic. They're more willing to do the work. They're less willing to procrastinate, and you're also going to have less classroom management and students off-task issues. For one thing, with Web 2.0, they can't break their pencil. They don't need to sharpen it every 22.5 seconds. And they really do tend to work harder, and they'll be more cooperative. They'll work in a group. They'll help each other because that's how they do their video games. Some boys in the library, a group of about 6, who play a video game at lunch. They've earned that privilege, and they are the most cooperative group you've ever seen. You could turn them into 29-year-olds and imagine them working on a project in a company and getting along and learning from each other.
Our journey to understanding Web 2.0 has shown us but a few of the tools that can be used for education. This triangular illustration shows many of the current softwares available today. I hope you have a pleasant journey in your exploration of Web 2.0.